Hey folks, today we're going to look at something a little different but yet the same. Just when you think you've seen it all and you know it all and you'd be an old cynical journalist, suddenly along comes a product and a brand which completely surprises you. And that's what happened with this, the Energy System Energy Phone Pro. What is it, I hear you ask? Well, it's an Android smartphone. Don't go, because it's interesting. So it's a standard specification, or you think it's a standard specification, 5-inch screen, Android 4.2, but it has a number of really important points about it. Number one, it's an octa-core. So it's a proper octa-core, 1.7 gigahertz powered octa-core processor. Number two, it comes with a 3-year guarantee. That's the biggest we know anywhere in the industry. And the third and most important thing is it's fantastic. It's a great phone. Just take a look. So in the box, the handset itself, we'll come back to that in a second. You'll notice immediately beautifully packaged. It's designed in Spain. So Energy System is a well-established Spanish company, been around for about 20 years. The top Spanish supplier of portable electronics like media players and stuff like that, and tablets. So they're very cool. They've been around. They certainly know their onions, and this is not a new bunch off the block. And you can tell that by the style of the way they've actually put together the package. This is really, I know, for a budget phone, and this is going to be costing you a fraction of what it would cost you for a Samsung Galaxy S5 or whatever. The way they put the whole thing together. So you look, power plug there, USB cables in here. Headset in there. I mean, it's beautifully packaged. I've not seen a phone that nicely packaged apart from the Apple, really, and I think this even matches Apple. I believe in Spain this company is actually thought of as the Alicante version of Apple, and you can see why they're really pushing the boat out here in terms of style. Okay, so let's look at the actual unit itself. The user manual, which comes out of the box, is fairly comprehensive. It's good enough to get you started. It's not massively huge, but there again, who needs a huge user manual nowadays? Look at the lovely printing though. So here's the actual phone itself. On the outside, it looks fairly conventional, but it's the sum of the parts that's great about this. It's actually, when you start to get into it, it's an incredibly impressive phone. So it comes with octa-core, as I said, 1.7 gigahertz, 5-inch screen, 13 megapixel camera, and 5 megapixel front camera. Dual SIM. So I don't know if you can see that. So there's the two SIM cards. It's actually a sealed unit, which is unusual. You can't pop it open. Hence the dual SIMs being available on the outside. You have to push a little paper clip in there or whatever, and you just pop that in there, and out comes the little SIM card holder. The bad thing about that, of course, is you can't access the battery. 2300 milliamp hour battery, so it's got a stonking size battery, great for long life, but you can't get at it and you can't change it. So it's a sealed unit. That's the only downside. That and the fact that it has no additional micro SD slot. You know how much we love the ability to swap out cards if we have to, and this doesn't. You're stuck with the 16 gigs of storage, which is already in the phone. It's not a deal killer because the phone is so good apart from that I'm willing to forgive it. And why is it so good? Well, apart from the sheer build quality, I mean, you can't touch it as I can obviously from the video, but the quality of build, it's a solid, really solid phone. This is a Dragon Trail screen, so it's as tough if not tougher than Gorilla Glass, and it's incredibly responsive. Silky smooth responsive, and compared to some of the Chinese clones, it really does fly. The specs puts it at 1512, which is just behind the Samsung Galaxy S5 is 1647, so this phone is pretty close. So it's a pretty meaty machine on its own, faster than most of the Chinese octa-cores. The other thing about Dragon Trail we've discovered, which is really nice, is it's a very quick, clean. There you go, just see it there. Gone. That's nice. I like that. It's a 1920 by 1080p, so it's a full 1080. The other phenomenal thing about this that we really like is the camera. The camera is really stunning. It's probably the best 13 megapixel camera we've seen so far out of the non-majors. In fact, I think this actually beats the Samsung Galaxy S5 camera. I'll try and get some shots in as comparison to show you, but my view is that this is probably the best camera we've seen on any of these phones so far. It features Android 4.2 at the moment, 4.2.2, but the company definitely says it will upgrade to 4.4 as soon as possible over the air. It comes with a full complement of apps, including, you know, the Google Maps and stuff. And, you know, with this processor, as I said with so many other phones, but the other difference is with this is it's just such a beautiful responsive screen. I mean, it's literally, you just have to glide over there and it just works. Here's the trailer for Cars, which tends to show off, you know, the quality of the screen. As you can see, that's crisp. You can get a close up there. So you're getting a full HD from that, and there's no glitching or anything. Of course, yeah, we're running on Wi-Fi at the moment. Hold on, let me see if I can turn off the Wi-Fi. Yeah, there you go. This is on it's on Edge, actually. Not in 3G, this is Edge. So that works great. As for gaming, here's a little bit of Colin McRae Rally. I used to love this game when it first came out, and this is the first time I played it, so you're gonna have to bear with me, but I'm just trying to show you whether or not it whether or not the graphics are cool, and they are. As you can see, the graphics are pretty crisp. In fact, they're great, and the thing doesn't glitch at all, and this is pushing out a huge amount of graphical as you can see, look at the horizon, the distance horizon. Look how the frame rate is on this. Amazing. Although we can't show you the battery, we can certainly talk about the battery life, and that's pretty good, at least as good as any other smartphone on the market. And we've been finding we've charged it every day and a half, so that's not bad, but we don't use it a huge amount. Finally, let's take a look at the camera. It's a very standard camera. There's not a lot to show in terms of operation. It just takes a shot, you know, when you point it. Very conventional Android on-screen settings and options available for GPS and all that kind of stuff. But the real bit about it is the quality of the shots that we've seen so far are outstanding. So what do we think? Yeah, we've been blown away. This is an amazing phone. I mean, it's hard to say amazing when you talk about a phone like this, but I suppose it's really the fact that it is such a surprise to find such a good quality, well built, beautifully built. I mean, if you look at the kind of the detail with the metal surround here on this Dragon Trail screen, and the buttons, look at how they're finished, and, you know, volume and power button here. Look at the surround. Everything on this is just so meticulously designed. You can see the European design has really paid off. You know, it's still made in China, but made rather like Apple to real proper specs. You know, people have thought about this considerably. I mean, it would get a full-blown 11 out of 10 from us if only it had a micro SD expansion card and you could get to the battery. I'm not sure why they've sealed it. I don't see the option. Maybe something to do with a 3-year warranty, but it's a bit of a shame. For the price, you know, which is about half the price of a Galaxy S5, you're not going to be disappointed at all. The thing I didn't show was how fast the GPS lock goes. It's literally, you know, up and boom, you're in. The satellite's locked. No 4G on any of these phones, still just 3G, but there again, the 4G network is patchy and not really ready for prime time yet as far as we're concerned, so that's no loss. Anyway, the Energy Phone Pro, brilliant. If you're looking for a smartphone to replace your existing phone, I would definitely add this to your list. As usual, if you've enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more cool stuff. Thanks very much.